Well, good morning. Wow, I feel like I'm really loud. Well, good morning and welcome to Unity of Greater Hartford. It's wonderful to see you in the sanctuary, especially to some I haven't seen for a while, and also to know that there are many others watching on Facebook and on our website. Well, last Sunday, I was at a family wedding. And so I want to thank everyone who was present and helping, especially the platform people, Kirk Smallage and Deborah Giddings, and special thanks and kudos to our guest speaker, Lee Dittman. Yes. An outstanding talk, and I do hope she enjoyed the experience and is open to being a guest speaker in the future. So all of you give her a little push about that, okay? Yesterday afternoon, we had a play here, old-time radio play featuring The Shadow and Sherlock Holmes. We had 50 people attend, and we raised around $1,500. So really, a wonderful fundraiser and a great time. Everybody loved the play. They are, just amazing. So special thanks to ImagineX Productions. And if you see anything by ImagineX come out, run and get tickets and see it. I think their next one is a tribute to the Twilight Zone. So, ooh. Well, and another important thing happening today, it's Carolyn's last Sunday as our music director. And after the last song, I'm going to ask Carolyn to come forward as we express our gratitude. And then after the service, please join us in the community room for some cake and cupcakes. You're taking some stuff home with you. Also, as you go into the community room on your right, where there's that bulletin board, there are 2 cards. So I invite you to, either write your name, you can also do a little message, and let's fill those cards up for Carolyn to take home with her. Now, there is a board member on duty, and this is a board member you can go to with a question or concern, and I don't see her, Michelle. Oh, okay. Michelle, are you on for the? Yes, there you are. Okay, I didn't see you. All right, thank you. So Michelle is, wave your hand, do something like that. Okay. She is the board member on duty. So if something's going on and you can't find me, that's the person to go to, and she'll help you out. Now, when you arrived, you should have been handed a bulletin for day that includes information about the songs we're going to be doing. So just a reminder to help us recycle all this paper. And there is a basket on the bench in the atrium. So put those papers there. Bring them out with you and put them in that basket, and then we'll take it from there. So if you would get that bulletin in front of you, and on it is the welcome affirmation. And I invite you to say that out loud with me. Together. Unity is a positive path for spiritual living. We welcome, value, and include all people. All right. Our monthly affirmation. Hey, Kirk, can you close one of those doors so we just have one open for the tech room? Our monthly affirmation. Our monthly affirmation focuses on our spiritual faculty of power. And our affirmation is, I embrace my spiritual aspect of power, and I use that power to express positive thoughts and words for the good of all. Now, you're going to find that on your bulletin and on the homepage of our website, unityhartford.org. And we ask you to join with us in saying that affirmation during your prayer time every day. The many voices, together create a wonderful vibration. So hopefully you'll join us in that. And tomorrow, Monday, May 26th, that marks Memorial Day, a national holiday. And while certainly many treat it as the unofficial start of summer, well, maybe not with our weather this year, this day is a solemn day, honoring and mourning the women and men who died serving our country in the military. And I hope you're able to attend one of the many ceremonies this weekend honoring the countless soldiers and sailors and pilots, Marines, Guardsmen, many, many others who made the ultimate sacrifice for our country. So please take some time on Monday, before or after your barbecue, and take time to honor these people. On our bulletin board in the community room, there is a list of events in nearby towns to hear, but I guarantee you there's something going on in your neighborhood. So just go on the internet and put your town in and Memorial Day, and you'll find a remembrance event to attend. So now as our worship assistant, Rob, lights our Christ candle, we are reminded of our Christ light within as we begin our opening prayer. We open our hearts and our minds and our souls to the memory of those who died serving their country. We honor their memory, and we stand united in love, peace, and compassion for all those whose loved ones perished. So let's take that in to this time of prayer, affirming peace and love for all those who are grieving, all those whose memory brings a tear to their eyes, and hopefully a smile to their face. We are grateful for all those who served this country, and in that serving, made their transition. We hold in our minds a vision of peace, of love, of acceptance, so that someday the idea of a war will seem absolutely ridiculous. And so in just this moment of silence, take some time to send that love from your heart out into the universe. That love vibration, full of compassion and peace, just for a moment in the silence. We breathe and know that comfort, that healing, that peace, that love is right within each one of us. And we affirm that every single person has access to this love and peace. So with hearts filled with gratitude, filled with appreciation, we say thank you. Thank you, sweet Spirit. And so it is. Amen. And now, I say good morning to our wonderful choir and to our music director, Carolyn.
Good morning.
And take it away.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
Glad you're here. So on your way in, you should have been handed a piece of paper that has the lyrics to today's songs. Just a note that the second one continues on the back. So if you're confused, flip it over. All right, so let's stand as we are able and join in singing our opening songs, starting with Swing Wide the Doors.
Swing wide the doors, the time is right.
dance. It's about hearts open wide. It's about love. It's about passion. It's about taking a chance. It's about love. It's about service. It's about lending a hand. Swing wide the doors. The time is right. There we go. Swing wide the doors to let in the light. Bring in the dawn for humankind. Swing wide the doors of this heart of mine. Swing wide the doors of this heart of mine. Good job. Why are there so many songs about rainbows? And what's on the other side? Rainbows are visions, but only illusions. And rainbows have nothing to hide. So we've been told, and some choose to believe it. I know they're wrong, wait and see. Someday we'll find it, the rainbow connection, the lovers, the dreamers, and me. Who said that every wish would be heard and answered? We wished on a morning star. Somebody thought of that, and someone believed it. And look what it's done so far. What's so amazing that keeps us stargazing? And what do we think we might see? Someday we'll find it, the rainbow connection, the lovers, the dreamers, and me. All of us under its spell, we know that it's probably magic. Have you been half asleep, and have you heard voices? I've heard them calling my name. Is this the sweet sound that calls the young sailors? The voice might be one and the same. I've heard it too many times to ignore it. It's something that I'm supposed to be. Someday we'll find it, the rainbow connection, the lovers, the dreamers, and me. Da 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 dee da da dum, da 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 dee da da. Thank you. You may be seated.
Thank you, choir. Thank you, Carolyn. My name is Rob Morehouse. I'm Secretary of the Board of Trustees, and I'm pleased to be your worship coordinator today. Next Sunday, June 1st, we will be welcoming Andrea Paquin in concert at 1 p.m. There's a suggested love offering of $20, which you can pay in advance or at the door. Andrea is an amazing musician, so plan to stay and allow her music to feed your soul. And next Sunday is Potluck Sunday, as well as Birthday Cake Sunday. Please bring a dish to share, and if your birthday is in June, please join us in person so we can honor you. Beginning on Sunday, June 8th, we will be holding a new class, the Questions class. This class will be held on 3 consecutive Sundays from 12:15 to 2 p.m. and is free to current members. If you are not a member, the fee is $25, and if you attend at least 2 of the 3 classes, you are eligible for Unity membership. There are flyers in the atrium. Please bring your questions about unity, God, or any spiritual topic, and be prepared for an inspiring and interesting gathering. And now it's greeting time. Please stand, but remain in your pew as we offer each other the Gandhi blessing for peace, which is a call and response. Let us work together for unity and peace. And now repeat after me. I offer you peace. I offer you peace. I offer you love. I offer you love. I offer you friendship. I offer you friendship. I see your beauty. I see your beauty. I hear your needs. I hear your needs. Our wisdom flows from the highest source. Wisdom flows from the highest source. And I salute that source in you. And I salute that source in you. Amen. Please have a seat. Please join me in affirming our statement of faith, which is on the bulletin. Together, there is only one presence and one power, active as the universe and as my life. God, the good omnipotence. Amen. And now I have the pleasure of reading today's daily word, which is comforted. And the affirmation is, I am comforted, knowing God's presence is a blessing now and always. And the message reads, there are times I mourn the loss of a loved one, or perhaps the loss of something I treasure. I am thankful for when those around me acknowledge my loss and comfort me by expressing care and concern. It may not completely alleviate my pain, but their efforts do lift my mood, even if only for a short while. I also recognize the tender, loving presence of God that is always with me and within me, and enables me to persevere, even in the face of loss. God's comfort is for everyone. The light, love, peace, and comfort of the divine bless all those who are feeling the pain of loss, loneliness, and grief. I pray that the love and care of God flow through me to comfort those who grieve. From the book of Isaiah, chapter 49, verse 13. Sing for joy, O heavens, and exult, O earth. Break forth, O mountains, into singing. For the Lord has comforted his people and will have compassion on his suffering ones. Again, the daily word is comforted, and the affirmation is, I am comforted, knowing God's presence is a blessing now and always. And so it is. Amen. And Reverend Christine, please come to the podium.
Thank you, Rob. Well, this is the time in our service when we have the opportunity to experience and express gratitude, love, and abundance. Become aware, just for a second, of how Unity teachings have blessed your life. Because that is what we want to keep moving forward, so that these wonderful Unity teachings can bring more peace, more love, more compassion into our world. So if this is your first time here, we ask that you just allow yourself to be our guest, and just receive. Don't feel compelled to put anything in the donation basket. For you are the gift today. And so let's all of us, though, feel as grateful as we can to the one source of all, to God, by whatever name you call that source. And then please join me in our offering blessing together. Divine love, following as me, blesses and multiplies all that I am and have, all that I give and receive. And so it is. Amen. Will the ushers please come forward?
Come with me and you'll be in a world of pure imagination. Take a look and you'll see into your imagination. We'll begin with a spin, traveling in the world of my creation. What we'll see will defy explanation. If you want to view paradise, simply look around and view it. Anything you want to, do it. Want to change the world? There's nothing to it. There is no life I know to compare with pure imagination. Living there, you'll be free if you truly wish to be. You will find in your mind there's a world of endless fascination. No more fun place to be than in your imagination. You can dream any dream. You can savor every situation. Life in there's a sensational sensation. If you want to view paradise, simply close your eyes and view it. Anything you want to, do it. Want to change the world? There's nothing to it. There is no place to go to compare with pure imagination. So go there to be free if you truly wish to be.
Thank you, Carolyn. Yeah. Well, today we come to the conclusion of our Sunday series on sacred abundance, which is the title of a book written by Unity minister Robin Ryder. And so just to take us on a little memory trip here, we began with an understanding that sacred abundance is really spiritual abundance, for everything begins within. The word abundance certainly means plentiful or ample quantity of something. It could mean money, but it doesn't necessarily mean money. And once we put the word sacred in front of abundance, we come to our real fortune, which is divine ideas. Spiritual sacred abundance is our inner divine ideas that come directly from the one source of all. Those divine ideas are found within and have infinite capacity of expansion when held in mind, affirmed, and appreciated. So sacred abundance is a recognition that there is one source and one power, and from this invisible source comes an unlimited supply when we hold its origin in the spiritual. So we begin this first sacred abundance step, focusing on setting our priorities with divine guidance and gratitude. Every day, hopefully, we spend some time in communion with the divine, and we set our priorities. How will I greet and interact with this wonderful day before me? We then discussed what happens when somebody bumps into you and spills whatever is in your cup, right? We got to see this as a metaphor. When we are triggered, when we're bumped into, okay, what spills out? Is it love and kindness, compassion, or is it impatience, blaming, anger? This is the day. All these days are the days that spiritual has made. And this is the day when you can be set free through grace and mercy to yourself, and then extending it to others. Well, then we discovered spiritual Windex, right? Remember that? Spiritual Windex. And that spiritual Windex is a conscious act or practice that is meant to bring us back to our light, which can lighten our load. Each time we pause and breathe and go within, the glass gets cleaner. Spiritual Windex can also be when we spend time with like-minded spiritual community, or attending a prayer group, reading a positive spiritual book, practicing self-care, and even holding others in prayer. All of these and many, many other spiritual-focused applications will heal and clear away the glass of our soul, so our inner light just shines brighter. And last Sunday, Lee shared how her acts of kindness, even small, unnoticed ones, can help us share our inner light and perhaps encourage others to share their light. We need all of our lights to shine brightly and unhindered. And as we do, we lighten our load, feel less overwhelmed, and live a life of sacred abundance. And now we come to this Sunday. This Sunday we'll focus on possibility thinking. Not positive thinking, possibility thinking. And lots of people talk about possibility thinking, but what is it? Well, possibility thinking is the willingness to see possibilities everywhere instead of limitations. Possibility is the ability to conceive of what does not exist but could become real. Even the Bible tells us, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Jesus certainly practiced possibility thinking. All things are possible for one who believes. And very truly I tell you, whoever believes in me will do the works I have been doing, and they will even do greater things than these. And here's my all-time favorite. Alice laughed. There's no use trying. One can't believe in possible things. And the Queen replied, I dare say you haven't had much practice. When I was your age, I always did it for a half an hour a day. Why, sometimes I believed as many as 6 impossible things before breakfast. Of course, this is from Alice in Wonderland by Lewis Carroll. And of course, what about that song we just heard? Pure imagination. If you want to view paradise, simply look around and view it. Anything you want to do, do it. Want to change the world? Nothing to it. And while we certainly know that not everything we can imagine is always possible in our lifetime, but perhaps one day it will be. So I want you to think back. I made a whole list here in case you guys don't have any ideas. Think back to when you were growing up. What things right now exist that didn't exist when you were growing up? Or we could even say 20 years ago. Okay? So who has any ideas? Wants to throw up? Say? The internet, absolutely. What else? Cell phones, smartphones. We don't even call them cell phones. Smartphones. You know, now they do everything, right? They help us get someplace. They take photographs, you know, and we can get online. We get to the internet. We could send emails. We could send text messages. It's amazing. What else? Artificial intelligence, absolutely. What else? Video calls, right. Bonnie? Pardon me? Yes, how about that? That was the first job I got fired from. Okay, we won't talk about that. What else? Zoom, right. Boy, we've been Zooming. We all discovered that. Joanne? Plastic bags. Yeah, some of these things aren't always great things that we didn't have, but they're microwave ovens. Yeah, I would be lost without that. Pardon me? Yes, yeah. Some of us did not have TVs, right? Michelle? Polyester. Kat? Cure for some diseases, right? Some things were considered, you know, a death notice when you got things, and now we have vaccinations for them. We have all kinds of things. So, what else? Anybody have? Mark? Right, in vitro fertilization, right. Joanne? Touch-tone phones, yeah. Or we have the, your phone is able to know who you are just by your taking a picture of you, right? I don't even know how that works. I don't know anything about half these, how half these things work. Yes? Uber, right. How about that? That this calling, what is it calling? Hail rides. Uber, right. Yes, all these health supplements that are just, they're not considered weird anymore. They just are wonderful. Joanne? Daytime television. Yes, there we go. Daytime television, I love it. Nutrition labeling, absolutely. And what about online banking? Yeah. Pardon me? Seedless watermelon. I love that one. No, that's not on my list, but that's wonderful. Seat belts, exactly. And what about consumer DNA? You know, like 23andMe? Yeah, that's amazing. And so apparently there are a lot of people who have been doing possibility thinking. You know, and they conceived of something, and it was like, oh, you're crazy, that'll never happen. We all, well, I wouldn't say we all, I mean, I watched Star Trek, you know, and I love those little things that they had, and they were on their arms and all this, and talking, and we thought, oh, that'll never happen, and we do, Apple Watch, right? So we have, you know, all those things that at one time seemed impossible have now turned into possibility thinking. So luckily we had a lot of people who ventured in to possibility thinking. I even have a good friend of mine who before company came, he had wooden floors, and he would put socks on and go around the wooden floors picking up all the dog hair and everything. And then of course Swifter came out, and he was like all right, I'm going to go back up here. So possibility thinking can widen and expand our vision of what is possible. Some people call the results of possibility thinking miracles, but not Unity co-founder Charles Fillmore. No, he did not believe in miracles. Here's what Mr. Fillmore wrote. In reality, miracles are events that take place as a result of the operation of a higher and sometimes unknown law. All true action is governed by law, spiritual law. Nothing just happens. All happenings are the result of cause and can be explained under the law of cause and effect. So now, to our faith, we can add understanding, spiritual understanding of the law, and our achievements, all these wonderful things, can truly be the fulfillment of Jesus' promise. He that believeth on me, the works that I do, shall he do also, and greater works than these shall he do. Now, did anyone ever hear of the bumblebee principle? Okay. It was years ago, last century. There were people who said, it makes no sense that the bumblebee can fly. Got this big fat body, these little tiny wings, and it defies all the laws of aerodynamics, and it shouldn't be flying. It's a miracle. Right? And they often use the bumblebee. Well, if the bumblebee can do it, certainly you can do. Okay? So it was often used like that. So they believed, of course, that the way that the bumblebee was constructed just violated every known principle of aerodynamics. But many years later, scientists figured out how the bumblebee was able to fly. Bumblebees use a complex combination of wing movements, including bending and twisting, to generate that lift. They create vortices along the leading edge of their wings, which helps to reduce air pressure and increased lift. Those vortices are dynamic, meaning that they change shape and position as the wings move, allowing for continuous lift generation. So bumblebees practice possibility thinking every day. And so I hope every time that you see a bumblebee, you will think about that, how there was a time when, oh my goodness, this must be a miracle. And then later we discovered how it does work. So it's not about so much doing the impossible, but instead doing what may become eventually understandable or commonplace. Possibility thinking is the willingness to see possibilities everywhere instead of limitation. Possibility thinking is the ability to conceive of what does not yet exist but could. So it's not about imagining what is not yet seen, but also about creating a path to it. I mean, somebody could have just been sitting around all day, like my friend with the socks, thinking this is how I'm cleaning the floor. But somebody created a path to make that happen. And then they got swifter, right? So this type of thinking requires us to stay open to a wide range of options. That means not rejecting ideas, even if they seem strange, but instead staying open, even after the first so-called solution. So you have a problem, you're thinking this, and you go, oh, I know what I'll do. That's the first solution, let's do it. Sometimes I say, I don't know, let's just wait. Let's just wait and see if something else bubbles up. And sometimes that instinct really serves us. Certainly you might have heard of this question. What would you do if you knew you couldn't fail? Right? Or this one. If you can dream it, you can do it. Neither of these statements have rooms for ideas of lack, but they do give a lot of space to sacred abundance. So when I retire, and I don't, whenever that is, when I retire, I want to spend a month or more living in Italy. To me, this seemed like a reasonable idea. But then this is what I've heard. Oh, you'll be too old. People will take advantage of a little old lady like you. You don't know the language. It won't be safe. You'll be lonely, and on and on and on. Well, I still am employing possibility thinking. And yes, I am learning the language. That's creating the path to that heart desire, to that possibility thinking becoming live. I'm open and receptive, and I am in the realm of possibility thinking. Now, I do have a much more difficult desire of my heart that does require a lot of possibility thinking, and I'm going to ask all of you to join me in it. Using my strong faith in the spiritual power of love and possibility thinking certainly allows me to see possibilities everywhere instead of lack. And that possibility I'm holding is that there is peace among all Americans with differing ideas. That we can have peace even though we all don't agree. That's my desire of the heart, and that's possibility thinking. What does that require? Well, it requires when I'm looking, I'm not looking for the lack of that. I'm looking for the proof of that. So often we go, oh, did you see that? Ugh, this country's going, it's not going, we're never going to be one. Look at what so-and-so did. Look at what so-and-so said. And so we get all wrapped up in that, not all wrapped up in using this wonderful force of possibility thinking and seeing the positive, seeing those places when we can come together, or we can just accept each other as we are. So this possibility thinking is helping me to conceive of a love of several expanding into the love of many. And I'm not attached to how or when that particular possibility thinking becomes reality. Maybe it'll be in my lifetime, maybe it won't. But I'm still holding that. So how about all of you joining me? And if yes, we do need to take little steps now so we can someday swim in the sacred abundance of peace and love for everyone. So, anybody willing to join me on that possibility thinking crusade? Yes? Yes. All right. Let's do it. Let's give it a try. Namaste.
All right, so we have now reached the time in our service when we like to form a something and sing together our Unity Peace song. So why don't we start here in the front by me, and then make your something. Possibility. Circle, line, arch thing. Make sense? All right. Okay, looks like we're almost there. So, holding hands is optional. Let's take a deep breath and sing our Unity Peace song. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. sounds familiar. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be, with God as creator, family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
If you wish to remain standing in the circle, please do so for our prayer for protection. Together, the light of God surrounds us. I am the light of God. The love of God enfolds us. I am the love of God. The power of God protects us. I am the power of God. The presence of God watches over us. I am the presence of God. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. Please take your seats. As Reverend Christine extinguishes the Christ candle, we remember and affirm that the Christ light within us can never be dimmed, for we are always one with the divine.
Well, thank you to everyone who helped with today's service, certainly and especially our prayer chaplains for holding us all in sacred prayer. And we have a prayer chaplain here today to pray with us. And so, Deborah, do you want to? There she is. So, if you would like to have one-on-one prayer, Deborah will be up here, and she will be happy to pray with you. And if you come up and she's already praying with somebody, just sit on the other side of where she is on the front pew, and that way she'll know that you're waiting for one-on-one prayer. You can also fill out a prayer request that's in the pocket in front where you're sitting. Fill that out and put it in the prayer box that's on the candle prayer table in the back of the sanctuary. And certainly, if you're online, all you need to do is email your prayer request, and you just email it to prayerrequest@unityhartford.org. The prayer request will also go in the prayer box, and our prayer chaplains are honored to pray with you. So thank you for allowing us to pray with you. Now, there are many others who helped with today's service. One, and we're just going to hold our applause to the end. Today's worship assistant is Rob. Our hospitality team, which today is led by everyone. We're all jumping in and doing it. Thank you to everyone who helped set up already. Certainly, if anyone can stay and help clean up, that would be great. Our tech team, which is Michael and Jim, Julie, and Tony. Our setup team, the wonderful Leah Bell. Our greeters, and that is Lois and Lee. Our ushers, Deborah and Bob. And our choir, Liston, Wendy, Rob, and, no, not Tony this time. Liston, Wendy, Rob, and Deborah. So, here we go. Thank you to all of you. And so if this is your first time here, we certainly welcome you. There's a packet of information for you on the high top table in the atrium. And if you're watching online and you'd like to receive that guest package, just email us to officemgr@unityhartford.org. Make sure in that email that you include your mailing address, and we'll get that packet right in the mail to you. So whether you're here in the sanctuary or online, thank you for being with us and for bringing the blessing that is you. Now, after our closing song, we're going to have a little thank you for Carolyn. So don't go running out of the sanctuary thinking we're all done, because we won't be. Okay. So, Carolyn, what's our last song today?
The last song today is Over the Rainbow.
Somewhere over the rainbow way, up high, there's a land that I heard of once in a lullaby. Somewhere over the rainbow, skies are blue. And the dreams that you dare to dream really do come true. Someday I'll wish upon a star and wake up where the clouds are far behind me. Where troubles melt like lemon drops way above the chimney tops. That's where you'll find me. Somewhere over the rainbow, skies are blue, and the dreams that you dare to dream really do come true. If happy little bluebirds fly above the rainbow, why, oh why can't
Waiting for.
Yeah.
Come on up
Okay.
here, girl. So Carolyn has been with us, I'd say, almost 11 years, right? And has gone through 3 ministers God bless her. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Come on over. It's not gonna, nothing horrible will happen. and we've been through COVID together. Every Sunday, we were here in this sanctuary. And Carolyn sat over there. We all had our mask on and everything. And Deborah joined us, and then eventually Tony joined us. And we were here every Sunday. Yeah, we were. It might have been painful to watch us in those few initial weeks. Yeah, with the iPad. You know. Yes, look at us now. You know, all these wonderful cameras and everything. And then, of course, we had the arson, and we had to be a church in a box, you know, roaming around. Where are we going this week? And you got through all of that with us. And I think, you know, we all so love your voice. We so love your skilled piano playing. We so love how you interact with the choir. And I think all of that just really demonstrates to me anyway, and I know to many others, your wonderful compassion and kindness, right, at the very soul of who you are. And so I know it's not a stretch, even in the face of some craziness, for you to be compassionate. And we so appreciate that about you. So I want to, of course, hand you some flowers, because we always have to have flowers. So flowers for you. And, you know, we have this tradition in our 10-10 pray-in, right, where we call out and we say, I am a blessing, right? So now, here's what you need to know. Carolyn is a member. So she will come through that door sometimes. And the door's always open, the parade's always ready for you. And so come in, and I know she will be back. And she'll be able just to relax and be here. And so she might not hear this every Sunday, but I want her to know that she is a blessing. So this is, you are a blessing, and just hang this where you can remember that. No matter what happens on your wonderful life and spiritual journey, just know that you are a blessing, and there's a lot of people who believe that about you. Okay. Yes, applaud is good. And so, we also have some cake and cupcakes in the community room afterwards, right? But I want us all to stand and to give the unity blessing to Carolyn. Of course, it's love, bless, appreciate, and behold. Okay? So just soak it in. Together. We love you. We bless you. We appreciate you. And we behold the Christ in you. And so it is. And so I'm going to do the closing. You're free to go. And I also want to grateful to her wife, thankful for being here today. And so I get to do the final words. Thank you to everyone for joining us today. Please join us after the service in the community room for red velvet cake and lots of cupcakes, beverages, and snacks. We look forward to seeing you on Wednesday evening for our 30-minute meditation service at 7 p.m. on Facebook, as well as next Sunday here in person. And next Sunday is potluck and birthday cake Sunday. Please join us right here in the sanctuary, on the website, or on Facebook. That's 10:30 a.m. Sunday service. As you go through your week, practice possibility thinking and experience sacred abundance. Blessings.